welcome back to the On the Slab Horror Show, the show that we bring to you each and every Friday night. Why we do this on a Friday night, ladies and gentlemen? Because Friday night is horror night. Now, you may notice the King isn't here, Ted's not here, Ian's not here. Unfortunately, that pesky thing called work popped up again for them. But tonight we're joined by a very, very special guest who was one of the stars of For the Love of Horror that we went to last year at the after show. This is horror drag artist and drag monster and a very amazingly talented Cadaverous Black. What an entrance that is! What a goddamn entrance that is! That's the best goddamn entrance we've ever had on this show.
Goddamn entrance!
All use of the words intended.
It's a pleasure, my friend. It's nice to join you in the lab. Well, let's see what's on the slab.
I like that. I like that. Obviously, this is a show we've been trying to line up for since last year.
Yes.
But we finally got it done. You're a busy individual, which is always a good thing.
You finally got me out of the crypt, my friend.
Yeah, well, I know I have to pay the crypt keeper.
Not him again.
But how are you?
I'm brilliant. I've just wrapped up my latest show in Glasgow. That was brilliant. HorrorCon Scotland at the SEC. Brilliant.
Nice. It's a nice old stadium, that little arena.
Amazing.
Doesn't quite make up to Manchester for me, but
No. For the Love of Horror is an entirely different thing. I'm very excited, mind you. 19th of October. Yes, at the BBC.
Time is ticking down. Time is ticking down, and you're going to be gracing the stage again on the Saturday night, I believe.
Absolutely, yes. Those of you who haven't got your tickets, the link is in my Instagram bio, so get one now. Get as many as you like. Bring your friends, your family, your grandmother. Yes, I'm sure she would love it.
Absolutely. Now, as I said, we went last year on the Saturday, and I knew nothing what to expect of the show. And I'm not a big music person as it is, but that show was off the fucking charts.
Wow, thank you, my friend.
And the heat that comes off that fire was that was something different.
Wow, brilliant. Yes, it's very hot up there, but you know, I'm icy cold to the touch, so it's okay for me.
Absolutely. Not so for me, because I'm warm as fuck, but however, the show was absolutely off the charts. And absolutely everybody seemed to enjoy it, no end. I didn't get a chance to speak to you on that evening because that's how busy you were afterwards, everyone coming up to you.
Yes, of course. The meet and creep, spreading my plague to the peasants of Manchester.
That's what it is. They are peasants, to be fair.
Well, yes, when you buy all those bloody photo opportunities and this, that, and the other, you know. It's not cheap.
Sure, that's life, isn't it? Nothing's cheap.
Nothing's cheap. No.
But let's get a bit into about yourself. The stage show. How did that come about?
The stage show. Well, my mortal counterpart, the person that brought me to life, I won't mention his name.
The uneventful one.
Yes. He's been a performer all his life and has dabbled in the darkness and magic and theater and costume creation, makeup as effects, and everything. He's got his finger in many pies as that fellow. So yes, he brought me to life and showed me the ropes and yes, now he pushes me out onto stage and yes, helps me spread my plague to the horror masses.
And it's sold out show after sold out show after sold out show. What more could you want from that
show? Well, little do they know that by entering into this binding contract of coming to a Cadaverous Black show, well, especially if you meet me, you will end up with the plague. I don't know if they know that. I'm trying to get it across with all of the social media and the shows, but yes, Don't get too close to me. I'm rather infectious.
in a way that everyone wants to come back.
Yes, in a way that everyone wants to come back. That exactly.
um, but as I said, I don't know where to go. The show was just off the charts. Knew nothing to expect.
Thank you. Yes,
And
sir.
every single person we spoke to on the Sunday, all they could talk about was the show on Saturday night.
That's amazing. Thank you,
Yeah.
my friend.
And
Thank you.
I know a few people that were at the show, one of your shows recently, somewhere in the UK. I can't remember where it was. And they were blown away. I was getting photos of them, and I was like, I know that person.
Brilliant. Yes, another peasant spreading my plague via their phone.
Well, I've already been infected, so it's fine.
Join the club, my friend.
But so you're back in Manchester on the 19th, um,
Yes.
and they're expecting a huge show out of you now. I'd say
No pressure.
pressure's for tires.
You never know. This time I might just kill them all. For real.
Yeah, you can do that because I'm not there this year.
Well,
That's fine. um,
there's
but
always
there's,
time, my friend.
as I said with the show, I was obviously at the show in Manchester. Now there was something I want to bring up here.
Yes.
What is the deal with the smell that comes out at the show? Enlighten me.
Well, so nice of you to bring it up. Well, as it turns out, a little bit of backstory about me. The word cadaverous meaning deathly and deathlike, and black, of course, meaning eternal darkness. So you put them both together and it creates, well, the Black Death. And that's who I am. They believed hundreds and hundreds of years ago that the stench from the rot in the earth, miasma as it's called, carried decomposed matter, and that is what infected you with the plague. So, I'm afraid to say, my friend, it's the miasma. That is what it is. So if you had the chance to breathe any of that in, then, well, I'm sorry about it, but you might not have much long left with you or in you. You
To-
know.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Yes.
Um, I
So
mean, I've been
to
to a
answer
fair.
it
Oh,
shortly, it is vaporized death. It's something that I have brought with me for, well, eternity. It follows me around. I am
lovely.
eternal.
So I can't wash that stuff off then.
Well, if it's inside of you, then I'm afraid there's no getting rid of it, my friend.
Awesome. No, I mean I've been to a fair few concerts and a fair few shows, and I've never been to one that has its own scent,
Wow.
and
Thank you. Well, I'll
it's
let you into a little secret. I don't want to spoil the magic, but my human counterpart, he has a very, very clever fellow down in the lab, and he creates all of these malodors by hand. I actually have one here. They're all uh, they're all bottled very much like this, and
lovely
they
stuff.
uh, they are rather delicious.
Lovely stuff.
Yes, so we pump the room full of this. Yes,
I
it's
mean,
rather old. It's an ancient recipe, and well, I won't go into what it contains because it's well, I'd probably never get booked again.
that's the secret of the works. That's the
Exactly.
secret of the works. But as I said, I've been to a fair few things, and that's the one and only time I've ever had something like that come out and hit me in the face. I was like, well,
Amazing. I'm
I'm I'm
glad to hear it,
I'm
my
gonna
friend.
go I'm gonna go out with it and say that's one of a kind,
Thank
one of a
you.
kind thing that you see at a show.
Thank you. I've been
Um,
doing it for some time now, and it does evoke some very different reactions. Yes, some people feel rather nauseous, and yes, I have had somebody throw up before.
weak stomachs, weak
Yes,
minds,
big stomachs. No good.
easy to take over, easy to take over.
Easy, easy, my friend.
Um, so Tell us a bit more about any upcoming things that we can expect from you at the for the Love of Horror this year. More
Well,
magic.
yes, you'll be getting my 50-minute show as usual, with all immersive effects, live vocals, magic, audience interaction, and some other surprises in there. Um, but yes, you'll get the usual Cadaverous Black show, just amped up to 11.
Jesus, Jesus,
Not quite,
11.
my friend, not quite.
Just better. Just better was the answer there. um, but obviously, unfortunately, on the Slab lads aren't going this year. But we expect to see all the background photos.
Of
Um,
course, of course. And my
absolutely.
videographer, Nick Flynn, Honey Productions, he will be making a brilliant after movie as usual and interviewing all of the peasants and, yes, getting the gossip on what they thought.
Awesome.
So you'll see it all.
I expect nothing less. I'll send some exorcists over there to you if I don't see it.
Those bloody exorcists.
I mean, we could go with Beetlejuice and send him over and see who wins that
Oh, oh
battle.
yes, he's a good friend of mine. Don't you know that he lived through the Black Death? He did manage to evade me, but
He,
he
he,
still has a hellhound on his trail. I'm still after him, my friend.
someday you could call him. I mean, you
Someday.
can call him, but
Well, I tried. He never answers.
I don't know. I wouldn't answer if someone's trying to kill me either. But sure, look,
Well,
well,
I'm
trying to kill
after him, my
kill me
friend.
again. So obviously the shows are a major success throughout Europe. You were on a tour the back end when we tried to do this last time.
Yes,
Um, so obviously it's not just the UK that you're extremely popular in; it's all over the place now.
yes, but my goal is to definitely return to the US at some point. It's been a very, very long time since I've been there. Hundreds of years ago, in fact. So it will be nice to go back.
I do like the US, and I think the way the show is designed and set up would absolutely go down a treat over there.
Absolutely. Especially, you know, Los Angeles, the
Oh,
horror capital of the world, the home of Universal monsters and movie magic. Yes, that's the place, my friend.
get you in to do a show at the Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando or somewhere.
You said it first.
Yeah,
Listen up, my friends.
we'll manifest it to happen for you.
Absolutely.
It's out there in the universe now. So,
It is. It
um,
is. Thank you, my friend.
so obviously the designs of the show. Have you got any influences on the designs and the sets that you do from movies, or are they all in your head?
So, yet again, back to my human counterpart, my creator. He informed me a long time ago that his original influence was a Walt Disney animation, believe it or not.
Ooh,
And I don't know if you have an idea of what I'm talking about.
is it Fantasia?
It certainly is, my friend. Yeah.
Yes.
To be more specific, A Night on Bald Mountain. Yes, and a story adapted from Slavic folklore. Yes, the story of a black mass. I was there all of those years ago, thousands of years ago. So, yes, it's a major, major influence to my creator.
I
The
mean,
music, the animation, the story, everything. He informs me that he had a Fantasia VHS when he was only a dot. And he would sit in front of the box and just press rewind,
like
specifically on that bit.
my
So
one, you had
anybody
to
out
twist.
there that knows of A Night on Bald Mountain, well, that sums up Cadaverous Black.
I mean, I haven't seen that movie in. I'm 33. I must have seen that in about 25 years.
Yes, a classic, my friend. Insanely evil and the original Disney is the most terrifying.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the most un-Disney movie there is. But speaking of movies, then, what tickles your fancy in terms of horror?
Me, personally, well, sometimes I do sit down to watch a movie with my creator, and I would say my favorite horror would be Hellraiser. The original, of course, the
Well,
original.
has to be
Clive
the.
Barker is, it doesn't get much darker than Barker.
I like that. I like that. That's a good one. I'm gonna steal that one. I'm not on the show. I'm obviously quite blunt with things. I'm not a huge Hellraiser fan. Body horror isn't my kind of movie. Didn't like the new one. Didn't like the remake one, or well, not even a remake, reboot. But if I was to pick one out of the franchise, I think I would have Hellraiser one. But we were lucky enough to be joined by Peter Atkins a number of months ago, who was obviously involved with Hellraiser 2 and 3 and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So it was nice to be involved with someone in the franchise.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, my love for Hellraiser actually goes deeper than the movie. Ah, really, my love lies with the original novella by Clive Barker. Those of you out there who have never read the novella, please, please check it out. If you've only seen the movie, well, the novella goes into much more detail, and I will say that's where my true love lies for Hellraiser.
I heard now I'm not a huge reader. I heard the novella is far better than the movies.
It's wonderful, my friend. Yes, the way that Clive describes the Cenobites and the interactions between the humans and the Cenobites, and I will be honest with you, could be a bit of an inspiration to my creator. Uh, when the Cenobites first arrive, they bring with them a smell. I don't know if you're aware of this.
No.
Well, Clive describes it as decomposition, rot, but disguised with the slightest hint of vanilla.
The vanilla.
Vanilla, yes. Little does it do to disguise the rot of the Cenobites, but quite disturbing. So yes, I would say that that is definitely an influence.
I respect that. I respect what it done for the horror genre as well. As I said, it's not overly my favorite one, but I'd never go as much as being like I hate it.
Yes, of course. You're
Um,
entitled to your opinion, my friend.
and
But yes.
my opinion is usually correct, or I'll argue it to the point that someone else gives up.
My true love lies with the novella, with Clive's original works.
Nice, nice. So you're obviously a reader then, are you?
Yes, yes.
Um,
Being ancient, my friend, I've delved into some rather dark texts in my time.
scripts as you would.
Grips,
Yeah.
yes.
Are you a massive Stephen King fan then?
Yes, I love King.
How could you not love King? King will like that as well.
Yes,
Um,
insanely dark. And if some of these movies were to be made as accurate as the books, well, I don't think they will be allowed on screen.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. There's certain parts of certain movies that you're looking at going, "Yeesh, that's
Yes.
that's not making it." Like there's a whole two
Brutal
chapters
horror.
in there's a whole two chapters in it that's definitely not making it on the screen.
I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean.
But obviously the influence for your creator has stemmed throughout the years into horror, and I mean what he's helped manifest with yourself is off the charts.
Oh, well, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Keep them coming.
I can go all night.
Thank you.
Um, but obviously we've just got dabbled into your favorite movie there of Hellraiser to an extent. So obviously Hellraiser is kind of a supernatural slasher. He's one of the odd hybrid ones. What would your favorite subgenre be?
Oh, well, subgenre. Like I say, there are many movies that I have watched in my time. Back in 1895, I was first exposed to the cinematograph. Yes, being able to watch the movies for the first time. It was rather enthralling. But subgenre, I would say, taking myself back to that time, hmm, and even more in recent times, I would say that maybe folk horror.
Nice, nice. I get
Yes,
that. I get
I
that.
do live in the woods, so yes, I live in the wilderness. I would say I'm definitely the witch of the woods. Me and my creator live together, and yes, we live in a rather dark and murky part of England, nestled deep within a dark, dark forest.
Nice. So we're not going to give out where that is because we don't want
No,
people going looking
you
for
can
you.
find it anyways.
I reckon I could find it.
Maybe you with the smell.
I know what it smells like. I know how to track, kind
Yes,
of. Um, so obviously, then or your creator and yourself might be a fan of obviously the Blair Witch
of
and
course.
things like that.
Yes.
Phenomenal
Found
movies.
footage in its nature is terrifying, I believe.
Yeah,
If done
absolutely.
properly. If done properly.
There's not many that are done properly, but
No.
that was one of them. And I
Yes.
think everything that came with it was off the charts. Just when you said witch there, I was like, "Yep, that's gonna do it." That brought me right to it.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And not forgetting the classic The Wicker Man. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
How
not the
so?
remake, not the remake,
No. Oh. Oh.
not the bees.
Not the bees.
I actually rewatched the original Wicker Man there the other day.
Amazing.
So good,
It's
so
brilliant.
good.
The way it builds anticipation and then finally just lights a fire under your ass.
Yeah, it's like nothing's happening and then everything just happens to you, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Yes,
Um, but like there's a lot of those kind of folk horror movies, and I'm really happy that you came out with that one. It's a shame that King isn't here. A lot of his favorite ones are like that Midsummer, Hereditary, The Witch is another brilliant one.
The Witch is one of my favorites as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely phenomenal.
Robert Eggers is he's definitely at the top of the list in my book. And
Oh,
to mention an upcoming release, Nosferatu in December.
oh, the King would
Are
love
you
you again.
excited?
Oh yes, oh yes. This has been a year or so waiting now for this when it dropped last year. Now King, our other co-host, has actually got a Nosferatu tattoo. It's one of
Ah,
his favorite movies.
wonderful.
So when this dropped, he was all in on it, and especially with Bill Skarsgård in there, and Anya Taylor Joy's in there, and or
Yeah.
sorry, not Anya Taylor Joy, Lily Rose Depp is in there. This is going to be off the charts,
Yes, it
and
definitely is.
you've got probably the best person to do it is doing it in Robert Eggers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, my friend.
I,
Very
I
cinematic. I love his work.
oh yeah, they were just it's just so good at build suspense building.
Yes, he certainly is.
So have you got much upcoming after November?
After October,
Or sorry, after October. Jesus, I'm a month
well,
ahead.
I have something coming up in November, so it's nice of you to mention. Yes, on the 2nd of November, I will be performing at Dark House Burlesque in Leeds. So, yes, tickets are available now. I'm sure you'll find them through their socials. So, yes, get yourself there.
People in Yorkshire, you know where to go. I think it is Yorkshire, isn't it?
Leeds, well,
Yeah,
yes, not far.
yeah. I'm not huge on geography, but I knew it was somewhere in Yorkshire or somewhere like that. But yeah, up in Leeds, off you go. Book your tickets now, as I guarantee you will not be disappointed by that show.
Fantastic. Thank you for the praise, my friend.
Absolutely. So, have you anything that you'd like to put to us? Any
To
questions?
you?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that I would. You've given me all the praise that I deserve. I think,
Oh,
honestly.
and it's been
Yes,
well earned.
yes. You noticed the smell. You've said amazing things about the show and my cadaverous pallor. Yes, my appearance. You yes. Thank you very much, my friend. I'd maybe like to ask you then. What's your favorite horror movie?
Oh, mine's easy. Seen it when I was 11 years old. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, my creator, I know for the fact that Freddy was his actual nightmare when he was only small.
I've
Freddy was
actually,
the
I've got a
oh
huge Freddy
wow,
one there.
brilliant.
Yeah. Um.
Etched in your skin for eternity.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
Um.
Well, Freddy was the one that used to terrify him when he was only small.
I
But I
mean,
have to
it's
say,
probably done that for a lot of people.
yes, I love the original, but my favorite, honestly, would have to be Freddy's Revenge. I feel that there's a few
Oh.
underlying connotations in there that really, really excite me and mean a lot to me and my creator.
I mean, I've actually spoke to Mark Patton. We've tried to work out a date to get on the show.
I love
Obviously
Mark.
he played Jesse
Yes,
in two. I think two was phenomenally well done and had such underlying tones for the time. I don't think it got enough love. And
yes.
for me as well, I didn't give it enough love when I seen it the first couple of times. I was just like, okay, but
And before I forget, it's my favorite makeup too.
which
Yes.
Freddy's one.
My favorite way, yes. The way that Freddy looks in that is it's right on.
He's far more sadistic in that one too.
Yes, the really deep set eyes and yes, it's
Yeah,
spot on.
absolutely. But I don't want to hold you too long. I feel you have people to go and torment in the
Yes, of
afterlife.
course. Well, there's a lot locked in my cell downstairs, down in the dungeon. I'm surprised you couldn't hear any of their screams.
Oh, I toned it down just so we didn't freak people out too much.
Yes.
um, but obviously November or October 19th,
October
we're
9th,
in.
The Love of Horror, yes.
Yep,
Tickets
and
are
then
available by the link in my Instagram bio. But I must say, my friend, I have a few bits I would like to show you. Very, very
oh
quickly now.
oh
Uh, every single year, well, all the big shows that come around, especially for the Love of Horror or anything around this time of year, I always like to bring out a limited edition Cadaverous collectible. I don't know
oh
if you have
collectibles.
seen my collectible for this year.
I have not.
You have
Here
not.
we go.
Well,
Exclusive moment, folks.
well, it's been released already, and a few of the mortals out there already have their filthy hands on them. But yes, this is a collaboration piece between myself and Tom Stock of the Evil Shed.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Here we go.
So here we go, my friend. There's only a few of these that remain in existence. So here we go.
Oh, look at that.
These
Look
are
at that.
these are my death's heads. So these are taken from an actual face cast of myself. They're hand airbrushed by myself, hand haired and packaged. And if you lift the lid on this the glass jar, well, I think you can only guess what's inside.
Poison.
The Black Death itself will escape and infiltrate your home. Yes,
That's
all
so
my
fucking good.
collectibles come doused in the signature Cadaverous Black mal odor.
That's so good.
Thank
Um,
you, my
and
friend. But
where
yes,
where where are they available?
They are available via email. So if you email cadaverousblack@gmail.com, then one of my immortal servants will get back to you with all the relevant information. But hurry, there is only a few that remain. They will be available for purchase and pickup at For the Love of Horror. Uh,
That's so
yes, I
good.
never repeat my collectibles. I always they're one of a kind. And once you grab them, you've got them. But if you don't, then they're gone forever.
That's that's just unreal. I'm just lost with that. That's such a cool
Thank you,
collectible to
my
bring
friend.
out.
Thank you. And also some other bits as well. T-shirts. Yes. Every
Every
day
day.
is Halloween, my friend, as you well know.
Nice.
Yes, so you can grab some of them at For the Love of Horror as well. There will be plenty to go around. And one more little thing, a shout out to somebody else. My good friend from Trick or Treat Bakery made me these.
No, that's not fair. We get
These
none of that over here.
creepy, cadaverous cookies. These will be available at For the Love of Horror also, but please contact her if you would like some. I'm sure she would put them in the mail for you.
That's just unreal. And she, or I think
Thank you.
herself was there. I think we had a conversation with her last year at the con
She's
on the
wonderful.
Saturday. Oh, the food,
Big shout out to her.
the
Yes, Trick
muffins
or
were
Treat
unreal.
Bakery. Find them online.
Yeah.
And
Um,
just sorry, one more thing, my friend. One more thing.
go for it.
Something that probably will be released by the time that this video hits the interweb. But this is something very, very special. Something a long time coming from myself and the formidable Dean of the Dead.
Oh no, I like Dean.
Yes. Yes. Well, here you go, my friend. Here's the first.
Oh, new hot
Cadaverous
sauce.
Black Death Sauce. It's now.
No, no, that's not fair. I can't get them over here. That's not fair.
If
That,
you want some, my friend, I will send it in the mail. No bother.
we'll work
It's
something
10
out.
out of 10 heat. It's habanero, Carolina Reaper. There's a slight balsamicness and sweetness to it, but yes, warning, this does contain death.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Now, before we finish up, have you anything else apart from all the goodies you just showed us that you'd like to announce on the lead show? Obviously.
Yes. Well, next year, stay tuned. There will be lots of special things coming. I can't see too much about it now, but you'll soon find out.
Awesome.
Yes, and
Maybe you might get a show over here.
yes, absolutely, my friend. Ireland, the home of Halloween.
We'll find you.
Yes, yes. Well, lastly, my friend, I must say thank you for inviting me on the slab. It's been a pleasure. And I feel right at home on the slab, you know,
You're,
kept
you're,
here on ice.
you're most welcome. We have all the ice you'll ever need.
Yes.
And you're more than welcome back absolutely anytime.
Thank you, my friend.
Anytime. But as you said, all the links will be in the video below, or as you said, cadaverousblack@gmail.com for the
For the
one of
death.
a kind heads.
Yes, my friend.
Any collector, that's what you need. Get something like that. Priceless. Priceless. But folks, what we'll do is we'll finish this the way we finish absolutely every Friday night. In the words of the great George A. Romero, ladies and gentlemen, stay scared.